Hello and welcome to Jekyll Geek's RPG Realm. I'm Jekyll Geek and this is my RPG Realm. In our last episode of the Vagabond solo play, our heroes entered the dungeon and end up finding some cultists and end up with Virginia walking into a spiked pit and ending up dead. They talked to some more cultists who convinced them that they would let them pass if they would bring the sacrifice from the next room. So we have the next room, which said there's going to be skeletons, and the skeletons are D6-1 appearing. I'm going to re-roll that. It's too easy. Yep, famous last words. Okay, so I they find their captive a captive. I'm gonna say I have rolled stats for her. It took about 5 minutes before deciding spells, but yes, she is Lumi the luminary. Um, and yeah, I'm gonna roll that she is bound up in ropes. So let's see, venturing. Have something for conditions. Parallel exploration encounters. Yeah, I'll find the condition. Okay, I looked at the conditions and I'm going to argue that she's going to be considered paralyzed until someone uses an action to cut the ropes on her. But we'll start now with Tifa moving up forward to punch the skeletons and go with both her attacks. Two, one hitting, and yeah, roll damage. Two and four, and let's see. These are skeletons. They have one damage, but fortunately, Tifa is using blunt weapons, which are fists. So that is two times. So that should be -3. So- And that is her turn. And now Sam is going to use his burn spell, which I looked up and found he can do without mana if he just uses a basic spell, which ne- okay, he has to make an influence check, and that would be a 8 or better, and he fails. So now the skeletons get to go, and three of them will attack Tifa, who has to make uh, three endurance rolls, and she succeeds all of them. And I'm gonna have have them move up for, but now Tifa get. Oh, now since someone moved into her space, she gets to make a roll, and for damage, 3, and that will kill one of the skeletons. Oh, it's already dead, but disable it. So now stop the turn, and Tifa gets to punch again. Okay, she hits twice. I'm gonna say she rolls on two different skeletons. And yeah, these two. Yes, it is very fortunate that she's using blunt damage. Otherwise, this would be a very difficult encounter for her. And now Sam will try to burn this skeleton. Which he, let's see, has to roll for damage. So, does, and have one of the skeletons advance on each one of them. With Tifa making an endurance check, and Sam making an endurance check as well. Okay, Tifa failing, and Sam failing. So they each take 1d6 damage. First Tifa takes 4 damage. Oops. And Sam takes 2 damage. Okay, that did not go well, but now it is round 3, and time for more Tifa punching. Okay, I'm gonna say this one hits, and it's this one. And that does 1 damage, since the skeletons have an armor of 1. Now, Sam will try to fire touch the skeleton. Oh, and he crits. So let's see what a crit is. Checks crit. Okay, that does a lot more damage. Uh, and now Tifa has to make a one more endure check, which she does. And now she can try punching him. So. And let's see, that would, and that definitely is enough to take out those skeletons. And they win. Yay. Okay, so fortunately, I looked in see the skeletons and cultists don't really have much in the way of morale. They're pretty much all fearless. So okay, so Tifa can just cut the ropes on Lumine's pawns, which I'm gonna give her stats so you can see what she is. Okay, 5 and a 5 and a 4 and 4. And with mana being blue. Okay, she thanks her new friends. And she also picks up one of the red Notchity swords from them, which I'm going to say equals a d6 damage since that's much damage as the skeletons. But she casts life. Let's see. Is there a way I could do this? Okay. Magic spells. Okay, I think she just has to do she can really only do 1d6 per mana cast, and there's no way around that. So she just uses it once on both of both of her new friends. First on Tifa. which she has the assured healer, so that explodes. So that's 1+. Okay, so Tifa is back up to full, and now onto Sam, and Sam is at full as well. Okay, so they cut her free. Let's see. I'm gonna see if there's a way that they can. Looks like everyone is back from. So I'm gonna say if there's six. Uh, Sam has the best craft, so he can. But it's all bad. So I'm gonna rule that there's a way to rig the ropes so they look like Lumine's tied when they bring her back, but she's not. So I'm gonna. Nope. So they're gonna bring her back like this. And the cultists see that the ropes aren't working, so. Ah, you've betrayed us. And they reach for their daggers, but let me, everyone gets to go first. Let's see. Let's see. Luminary attacks by mysticism, and she should have that. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna have Lumine do a special sort of cone. Okay, so cone is 15-foot area. I'm gonna argue that she moves up and then does her cone, which is a zap cone. Um, okay, hitting base 3, but she has to roll mysticism. Let's do so. Only 6 or better. Then she fails. Okay. See. Okay, so these deal damage. Okay. Okay, so just let's see. It's damage. So she uses all her MP. So I'm gonna argue that Tifa uses her turn to not only push her out of the way, but start punching the cultists. Hits, and the other one hits. So she does 6 plus. Let's see where I get with the cultists. Stands for human-like. Cultists armor. One is leather. So in this say she just gets rid of that one. And now Sam is going to use a firebolt on this one and fails. So now the cultists advance. It's us, and I think yeah, they request each check. Once per round, you can make a brawl weapon if a move or attacks. No action. Although I think that's okay. She can do that twice, so she does twice. And let's see, brawl that hits once and does 3 damage to this cultist because they're wearing leather. Their heavy cult robes are fitting. But now Tifa has to make 3 doer checks, and she does pass them all. So I'm going to have Tifa make her 2 punching checks. Both succeed, and takes out this cultist. And Sam says, "Okay, hold her off." So now Lumina does her zap attack as a bolt, hitting. Does 5. So gonna get rid of this one. And now Sam makes his burn attack. Fails. And Tifa does her punch. Hitting. Doing 3 damage. And now she needs to make some more endure checks. Okay, that I think that was one success and one fail. So she takes Vagabond. I think the cultists have. Okay, human-like cultists have D4, but okay, so she takes it with her armor, and now Tifa gets 2 attacks. And I'm gonna say she hits this one. And now Lumine fails. And Sam hits, killing this one cultist. And okay, Tifa takes it. She blocks. And takes out the rest of the cultists. Yay. Okay, so they're on a roll, so. Okay, we dealt with the cultists behind us. Now we have to deal with their leader, which I'm going to this and some more skeletons, which is the boss monster for this quest. So they're going to go like this. And to the boss room. And we're going to see how many skeletons there are. There are 4. Okay, so now Tifa goes for it and does her 2 punches. 1 success. Okay, doing enough to take out one of the skeletons. And let's see, Vagabond, that would be an acolyte. Okay, can cast Sacred Flame. Since that's when I'm going well, that the cult leader is an acolyte. Unless there's, yeah, I think acolyte would be best. Cast near. Okay, and Lamina goes straight for the acolyte, doing, let's see, armor, zapping her to death before she can cast her evil spells. And now Sam will try to burn one of the skeletons to nothing. Hitting. And burning the skeleton. So they advance. And Tifa makes her 2 check penalty. Thing critting once. And getting rid of the skeletons. Making this for a very anticlimactic bonus battle. But defeating all the cultists and their evil skeletons. Tifa, Sam, and their new friend Lamine have officially completed the quest, and I'm going to call that as the video. So yes, that was very interesting game, and I'm going to ask that I hope you found this video slightly educational and somewhat entertaining, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.